Hi, welcome to Acedboard. My name is Ariana, and in this video, I'll be going over how to create and manage tasks in List View. To access the List View, click on the plus view at the top left of the page, right below the project name. A menu of template options will be displayed. Click on the List View template and save. Once you activate the List View, a default group will be created for the project. In addition, a default subgroup will be created with a blank list of tasks. To add a task, click on this plus sign, and there you go. Give your task a name. I'll just name it Task 1. And you can add other fields like date, assignee, and priority. And I'll go ahead and just add those. To add the date, you have the option to select only the start date or the due date or both. Let's select the start date by clicking on the left date field to activate the start date. Then select your date on the calendar. Next, you select a due date on the calendar. All you need to do is select the end date and click Save at the bottom right corner. Now, you have added a start date and a due date to your task. The next thing you want to do is add assignees. If you already have team members on your project, they will be displayed in the menu of assignees when you click on the person icon. If you don't yet have any member on the project, you can simply add team members using the project settings. Click on the Invite People button and enter their names or email addresses. Members will be assigned roles and permissions. Team member roles and permissions vary from project to project and depend on the nature of the project. Once you add team members, they'll be available to select for your tasks. You can add multiple assignees to a task. Next, we'll go ahead and select a priority for the task. Let's pick low priority for now and click Save. I will go ahead and create a few more tasks. Next, we can add a subgroup to this project group. To add another subgroup, click the Add Subgroup button below. A new subgroup will be created with a system-generated default name. You can hover over the default name to edit it. Next, let's make some edits to our tasks. So for instance, I have a set of tasks in a subgroup, and I want to move one of these tasks to another subgroup below it. I'll click on the three dots on the task and select Move Task. A pop-up box will display to select where I want the task to be moved. I'll select the subgroup that I want the task moved to, and the task is moved. Now, when I look in the target subgroup, I can see that the task has been moved. Now I have two subgroups in this group. I can display the group in different ways, including using some of the column fields like status and priority. Let's just take a look. At the top left corner of the list view, you see the display by option, but currently we display by subgroup selected. I'll change that to display by status. So when I do that, my list view is displayed based on the status, and what you notice is the colors of the new arrangement match with my status colors. The next thing that I want to do is duplicate a task. To duplicate a task, click on the three dots. The feature to duplicate will be indicated in the menu of options. Click on Duplicate, and the duplicate task will appear at the bottom of the list in the subgroup. You can drag the duplicate task to any desired position in the list. Likewise, items in the columns can be moved to any position that you desire. The next action that we want to perform is to delete a task. To perform this action, we will use the duplicate task that we just created. Click on the three dots again, and then you click on Delete. A pop-up box will display asking you to confirm the delete action. Select Yes, and the task is deleted from my subgroup. Now, if you want to add subtask, which is another layer below the task, hover over your task and you will see an icon appear next to the task, prompting you to add subtask. Click on that icon, and a pop-up box will display. Enter the subtask name and date and click Save. The next thing we want to do is assigning dependency to a task. To add dependency, click on the three dots. Select dependency from the menu of options. The dependency pop-up box is displayed. Select either a successor or predecessor. A successor is a task that can start only after the current task is done. A predecessor task is a task that must be completed or at least begin before this task can start. Let's just try an example using a successor. I'll click on the successor card. A pop-up window is displayed with the option to select the group that the successor is in. Click to select a group, and from there, I can select the successor task and save. When I go back to my task, I see that a dependency has been established. The next thing we want to do is update the columns in our list view. To update the columns in the list view, you go to the top right corner of the subgroup. Click on the icon at the top right. A menu of columns will be displayed. To add a new column or change your column selection, simply click your selections from the left menu and they will be displayed on the right. Click on Save to confirm your selections. When I close out the display, I can see the additional columns in my list view. Now let's do a few other things. I only have one group in my project. Let's say I want to add another group. You go to the top right corner below your profile and you see the Add New feature. When I click on it, it gives me the option to add a new group. Enter the new group name, add a date, and then we click on Save. The groups are displayed at the top in tabs. So now a new group has been added to my project. If I want to change the owner of this new group that I just added, or even the existing group that I have, select one of the tabs at the top. Use the arrow in the tab to expand the tab and show the group details. We can see a number of items: owner, due date, progress, and task counts. Also, when you click on the three dots in the tabs, a menu of items is displayed. From here, you can edit the group name, owner, and dates. Moving position of group tabs and locking group. Group owners can lock the group to prevent access to unauthorized project members if the group requires some level of confidentiality. To lock a group, use the three dots to activate the lock feature. Only members of the group will be able to view tasks and activities associated with the group. Also, only the group members will have permission to add other project members to the group. We've reached the end of this video. See you in our next video. Thanks for watching.